There, that should be way better now. Sorry about that, guys. Setting up the stream is always I try, honestly, I need to like get myself used to doing like setting it up at least like a half hour before I actually stream, because what happens is I generally make the thumbnail, I pop up the stream, I go get ready, like, you know, do my other family stuff, then I come down like 5 minutes before. But I just took a triple shot of espresso, so I'm like, I'm like in a good mood. You want Cheetos now? I love this. I finally got a Cheetos t-shirt. This is brand new this week. Every time I've always wanted a Cheetos t-shirt, because let's admit it, Cheetos are amazing. But every time I would find a Cheetos t-shirt somewhere, either it would be not in my size, or I'd be like in a scenario where it's not the time to buy a t-shirt because like I'm walking around for hours without a bag and I don't want to have to be dragging around a t-shirt in my hands. Finally this week I found one and it was in a decent place. The only thing is the orange is sort of like lighter than the average Cheetos t-shirt. It's an official one though, but they did it in like a sort of peach color. Still good, but I wanted one of those like, you know, dark orange ones. Topaz is already here as well, by the way. She's on my lap. I'm petting her right now. Normally she has her tail up, but right now she's nice and stabilized. So what I was saying during the whole time you guys couldn't hear me, I was saying, for one, hey Juan, I'm sorry to see that you're having storms. I hope things are good. And yes, I do hope your internet connection holds out. I wanted to say hi to Squirrel Swirl, Cristobal, Andrew, Nanaki, welcome. Grovel, welcome back, my man. Anthony Nelson, welcome. So, yeah, this seems like a really interesting game. I really can't wait to play this one. This one has me super excited. It came out this week, and it's supposed to be some kind of a mix between a puzzle game and an RPG. Now, you guys know normally I don't like streaming RPGs simply because since we don't continue along, sometimes we don't get into the meat of the story. So I'm hoping this one sets up pretty quickly where we're still going to get to see some really good gameplay. And I'm hoping the fact that it's like a mix of a puzzle game means we're going to jump into things pretty quick. But I'm super excited about this game. And by the way, do expect a review over the next few days, because no matter what happens, good or bad, I do want to review this game because I think it's one of those original concepts that it's really worth taking the time to review, because I think a lot of people are going to be wondering about this one, and if it turns out to be good, I want to bring attention to it because personally, I'm a big fan of puzzle games. I love them, especially at night when I'm trying to wind down and I want to play something a little smoother. So yeah, hopefully it turns out to be good. Yeah, Topaz is right here. She'll show herself eventually. She'll come and annoy me. She's looking up. Hold on. I can get the cam down a bit. What? There she is. She's settled. We need a Topaz cam, I think, on the stream. Problem is she moves around so much usually that I don't think it would be efficient, because I'd have trouble keeping her in frame. She loves to move around. Okay, back. Let's get started on the game. Now, yeah, okay. If ever the sound is off, let me know. I did not restart my capture card like I try to do now before each and every stream, but let's do it. Quest tracker, always point you toward the current objective. You know what? I'm actually going to put that on, because since we're trying to, like, I guess it's going to help us get, like, a little more direction. I'm going to put it on, because tonight we're playing and I sort of want to keep things rolling, so I don't want us going in circles for hours. A ranger. Okay. Whoops. So we can play with either the D-pad or the joystick, by the way. I've been testing that out, so you can use either or. Does this move? They're throwing us in here with absolutely no explanation of what we need to do. I'm just gonna go back down here. I just want to see a ranger. Okay, sure. Okay, so nothing down here. Now none of the other buttons are doing anything, so I can only move around. Oh, hold on. Can I just do this? That is so... Okay, okay. There we go. Woof. Gotta use the brain power for this one tonight. So basically, you have to play with the edge of the map. What was for dinner tonight, Rick? Tonight I had a pork roast wrapped in bacon that I air fried with rice and cauliflower that I roasted in the oven with salt, pepper, and paprika. So that was supper tonight. I made that. I actually had time to make it pretty early, so we ate around 5-ish. Gave us time to spend a little time with the wife before it was time to stream tonight. So, okay, I'm glad no tutorials. To be honest, I would have liked them to maybe point it out. It took a few seconds, we got there, but at the same time, I think they should have showed you quick what you gotta do. Like, just give you a quick example, because I'm not sure if someone has never played a puzzle game before, that it'll automatically come to them. And they might get frustrated at the beginning thinking that there's a problem with the game. So, for some reason, we see that the baby was abandoned. So I guess that's maybe the story of us. We will figure it out. Oh, this is crazy. Everything moves around with us. Morning, Susie Q. I've asked you not to call me that, Gemma. Susie or Miss Susie will do just fine. Oh, come on. This might be the last day I ever get to use it. Wouldn't that be sad if you never got to hear it again? Devastating. Now, today's a big day. Are you feeling ready? You'll need to be prepared for anything out there. No one would blame you if today weren't the day after all. It's the day, Miss Susie. I'm ready. Pains me to say it, but you actually do look ready this time. Ready for what? I am. Will you come with me to open the gate? Wouldn't miss it. Now, where did I put that gate? My word, what is this mess? Oh, hey, my things. There they are. Sigh. I don't know how you cultivate such chaos, girl. Regardless, you can't keep them here. You have to let go to move forward, and these curios will only hold you back. But you aren't even a little curious about them? Ha ha ha, play on words. Shoo, girl, go find someone who'll take them off your hands. I'll box this mess up this mess in the meantime. Okay, I guess I can ask around. Once you've lightened your load, only then will you truly be ready. Empty pockets, clear mind. Hold on, I think I'm gonna turn down the music a bit. It might not be overpowering my voice, but I want to make sure that I don't need to talk super loud. Okay. So for the moment, we just need to, I guess, talk around to people. Gemma, Robbie, hi. Is it true? Are you really leaving? Wow, word really travels fast. Nah, I was just walking by when you were talking to Susie. Oh, yeah. Anyways, I'm so happy for you. What do you think is out there? I don't know. I think that's why it's so exciting. Maybe bigger cats? I'd be disappointed if there weren't. Maybe you'll find more people like you? I mean, there's no one quite like you, but you know. Shh, I'll be fine, Robbie. Okay, so you're headed to the gate. Well, Susie won't let me keep my things at the flop house, so I need to find someone who will take them. I think Mage Micah and Mr. Mayor are both at their houses. You could ask them. That's a great idea. Well then, let's get that. I'll let you get to that. Come say goodbye before you leave. Of course. Thanks, Robbie. So we do have the pointers. I imagine the pointers, those white little things, are telling me where I need to go, and that's because I activated them. Wow. Caretaker Fafi, I'm so sorry I didn't see you there. Well, I did, but enough with your butts, you rotten turnip. Can't you go anywhere without ruining someone else's day? I didn't mean it. Things just get a little messy when I'm around sometimes. Sometimes some of us have jobs to do, you slug-a-bed. Now, leave me be. Let's just go in here. I just want to see what's in here, even though it's not pointing us there. Beyond our town, beyond our wall, the hold stands firm, protector all. The static menace kept at bay, we thank you, hold, and every day. Okie doke, so... Oh, I could actually touch the thing from the bottom. Okay, we can't go that way, we have to go all around. Oof! What the heck, Rictus? Eat critical path, freak. You're such a bully. I know I am, but nothing, get lost. You know, I just might do that forever, in the wilderness. Puh, yeah right, you're much too much of a crunchy chicken. I'm going to take the high road and ignore that. Can we just move him? No, we can't move him. It's my last day in town. I'm heading out the gate, off to adventure. Adventure sounds exhausting. None for me, thanks. No, sir, I have plenty to do around here. A penny saved is a penny earned, don't you know? What's a penny? Not a clue, little lady, but they save them all the same. Okay, sure. We'll see you later then. Blah, 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 that you will. Can we just go like that? Yeah, we can. There we go. Afternoon, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor. I just want to see something when we come in. Okay, the hole's already there. That way we can't go, even though it looks like an exit. So we must have to go somewhere else first. Yes, this is the game tonight, Thomas. We're gonna loop around backwards. Yeah, well, that's an old message. Sorry, my bad. I sort of didn't update the chat. What's happening, Canadians? Nothing much, man. The power is out in the area. Man, a lot of people have the power out today. I don't know, we're doing well up here. It's actually nice weather. Mage Micah. Hi, Micah, you're looking especially all-powerful today. Spare me the flattery, girl. I know what you're here for. You do? It's my pancake recipe, isn't it? I can see it in your teeth. No, that's not what we're here for. Actually, I'm just looking for someone to give my things to. Oh, look, I'm all-powerful, not all-seeing. What manner of dross are you hawking? I was just thinking you might, my spyglass only lightly used. What model? It's, well, it's got the long part and the glass part. Clearly not an enthusiast. I'll tell you what, I seem to have a bit of a fiend problem in my basement. Fiend? Yes, fiend. Of the static variety. Gnawing at my ankles, befouling my casks, you know the type. Purge them from my home, and perhaps your detritus may take their place. Detritus? That's weird that, like, in French, that's actually a word for garbage, like detritus. And, however, I don't know how to pronounce it in English. That's weird. I didn't actually know it meant garbage in English as well. I've never used that as an English word for garbage. You want me to fight them? Now that's between you and them, isn't it? But I left a bunch of swords down there. You're a clever girl. I'm sure you'll figure something out. Yeah, detritus, exactly, Martin. Martin knows what I'm talking about. And they're using it in the same fashion as we would in French. Magic them away. I could. But he doesn't want to. So let's go try and clear out the basement. So we have swords here that we can... How am I supposed to get the sword, though? Okay, we have to get the sword to him. Interesting. So we have to figure out how to get the sword on the enemies to beat them. Like so. Now this is getting interesting. Now I see where this game is going. And I'm liking it. That. It's like the puzzles, you know, when you have to like reform the image. So a lot of this. So detritus, Thomas is helping us out with a dictionary here. Detritus in English means rotting garbage, basically. Exactly. Like I was sure that's what the word meant because the exact word exists in French as well. I just never heard it actually used in. And you know, I speak French because I live here, but English is my first language, and I just never heard someone use that word in English. Honestly, the Cheetos, just read Wild One. No wonder you want Cheetos. I just noticed his shirt. I only like original puffs and the flaming hot ones. Well, these are the flaming hot, guys. This is a shirt for the flaming hots. But I do agree. My favorite are the ones that taste like jalapeno. I love the jalapeno cheddar ones. I don't know if they're still making them. I know I actually haven't seen them in a little while, but my favorite are the jalapeno cheddars. Yeah, so it's like the moving puzzles. Honestly, though, I'm really liking this so far. Like I said, I don't want to be like, oh my god, yeah, but I was wondering where they were gonna go with it, and not gonna lie, I think do the feet break the blocks? No, and the feet don't do anything there. How do I get the foot out of the way? Because I can't pop up there as long as the foot is there. Oh, you can't actually touch the enemies. Oh, like this. Well, like this, but I have to get this shite out of the way. There. Okay, we made it up. There we go. Whew. Took a little bit more brain power, that one. Who's this go? Oh, it's Mage Micah. Bravo, girl. You might be a mess, but you know your way around the basement. So I can bring my things over, then you'll never have to see me again. Wait a tick. A tick. I thought this was a temporary arrangement. I mean, maybe I'll come back and visit eventually. Well, given that you'll be devoured whole within moments out in the wilderness, I think not. Find some other simp. I love that. Like, it's a mix with like English that we've never heard and like modern terms like simp. What the heck? Okay, find other simp to store your sweepings. I'll have none of it. Perhaps that fool of a mayor has a room in his estate. Micah, please. Now, no, now be gone, Chaos Simp. I have arts to darken. So he basically just effed us, right? We cleared his basement, we did everything he asked for, and we then just got effed. Like, what the heck? Whoops, wrong way. Okay, so the glowing ones we can't move. Oh, a cat. Meow. What's up? Come here, cat. Okay, so when we talk to him, he jumps away one square. I don't know if there's actually a reasoning for that or like a use for that, but we'll see. Now let's go back to the mayor's house because we couldn't get in last time. Okay, like the switch doesn't move, so what am I not getting here? Like, is it a speed thing? No, doesn't seem like it. Okay, I got it. We're supposed to ask the mayor, but the mayor ain't working here because we can't get by this fake floor. So match the floor panels? Match them. I see what you mean. It's just I'm trying to figure out like match them how. Because there's not enough like regular floor panels. What happened there? Okay, if we go there. Oh, it exits there. Does that have anything to do with anything? Like, yes, there's some that are slightly reddish, and there's some that are not. But I'm, like, trying to figure out where... Like, where would they logically be matched? And it's a good idea, Wild One. Don't feel bad. I'm just, like, trying... Like, logically, I would have to feel that there would be, like, some kind of logical pattern. There. Oh, okay. There we go. We had to move the freaking flower pot into the house. Woo! We got it. We got it. So you actually can move things into the houses from the exterior, which is sort of important to know. Okay. Like I said, the game... Look, don't get me wrong. I'm loving the game, and the game's looking fun, but I think it could be done, like, there should be a tiny tutorial in the beginning showing you these things. Because that was somewhat not the most obvious thing ever. Gemma, thank the hold you found me. This damned house is too big. I went looking for a spatula and must have locked the door behind me. Oh no, are you okay? I'm gravy, but thank you. In any case, name your reward, and if it's within my power, I shall grant it. Well, in that case, I was hoping that you could drop some things. I could drop some things off here. I'm headed out the gate today, and Susie won't let me leave anything at the flop house. Oh, certainly not. Bribery of a public official unseemly business. Okay, it's like a statement. Tempted as I may be, but it's not a bribe. I just need to get rid of some stuff. Gemma, it's critical that we uphold appearances. Me, an untarnished paragon of political savvy. And you, walking disaster? Yes, that, quite the keen memory on you. Can you think of anyone else I could give my things to? Mage Micah wouldn't take them either. Who was that old coot that lived in the hovel to the southwest? Nimbus, Mr. Mayor? He left town years ago. Oh, well, in that case, he definitely won't mind if you leave your things in his house. That's actually not a bad idea. An elected think tank in action. What a glorious thing. Take care of yourself, Mr. Mayor. And you, constituent. This one needs some Zelda action. I don't think we're going to be getting some Zelda action, Juan. I think the action we're going to be getting is the action you saw earlier, where we're going to have to move like swords into people. Like I'm pretty solid that this is all going to be puzzle combat. I wonder if it's like fast. Like, we can go here. Oh yeah, back to the beginning. There we go. Oh, now we can do this to get... Oh, I was so dumb. I should have done that earlier. So now we need to go to the southwest. Any luck with finding someone who will take your things, Gemma? I was actually going to try Nimbus' house. Smart. He's been gone for ages. What he doesn't know won't hurt him. Wait, there's nothing sharp in there, right? Nope, but how do I get that old shack of his? Easy breezy, there's a path just over here. Whoa, how did I miss this? Sometimes I need some time alone. This place can be a little stifling. Buddy, you're talking to the gal who's on the way out of here. True, well, good luck at Nimbus Place. I'm gonna hang back. It's a little creepy for my taste. Thanks, Robbie, you're the best. So we're gonna have to find our way. Can't do that. Let's just pop like that. Boom. I just want to see where this goes. Doom. Okay, that's not where we want to go, but hey Corey, how you doing, my man? Well, I'm doing well. Hope you're doing well yourself. Ugh, okay. This is the perfect place to ditch my things. I've got to tell Susie. Okay, so now we just need to get back to Susie's. Oops. Oopsie. Gemma, I just finished packing your things. Did you find someone who will take them? Yeah, I found a great spot. Thanks for packing them up. And you're not just dumping them in some abandoned shack on the outskirts. You know what? As long as I don't see them again, I'm okay with it. Thanks, Susie. You're the best. You're darn right I am. Now get these things out of my sight. Now we've got to make this thing go all the way over there. I used to love those match 4, like those puzzle games, like I said. I used to love them. Not saying that this is going to make it, like, super easy, but I'm just used to, like, I was used to making those, like, pictures by moving around those squares. You know what I mean? Those puzzles where, like, you have an image and you have one empty square, and then you have to move the squares over to make the images. Like, when I was a kid, I used to have, like, a dozen of those, and I used to, like, spend hours like undoing them and redoing them. I don't know why I like them that much. Okay, I know it's a little weird but when I was a kid I used to love them. It's free with a Netflix sub. That's actually pretty interesting. You speedran those. Nice. Huh? What's that? Need to leave this base. Can feel the static festering. Will it let me leave? Hold. Will protect me. Protect us. Protect. Note to self. Remember to close the side door to keep Paw Pucket out. Side door, eh? That's handy. What the heck was the rest of that ran about? Susie, the place looks great. Thank you for this. I stored my things and I think I'm ready to leave. This time, I believe it. But before you go, I have a parting gift. But you just made me get rid of everything. Shh. Technically, I'm giving this one back to you. Now turn around and hold still. Is that like a picture of two swords. What is this? I wish I knew. But you were wrapped in it when we found you on our stoop all those years ago. I've wanted to give it to you for a long time, but I didn't want you running off on some wild goose chase. But I love chasing geese. Oh, I see what you mean. I don't know what you'll find out there, Gemma, but maybe that little scrap of fabric will give you something to look out for. And I hope whatever you do find brings you more peace than you've had here. Thanks for putting up with me for so long, Susie. I know I'm a mess, but I'm glad I was your mess. You know what? I'm actually glad that the writing is pretty big, by the way. This is something I didn't point out earlier, and I'm going to test it out in handheld, but the writing is pretty dang big, and I think they did that because specifically it's going to be a game that they want played in handheld. Thomas, man, I used to hate those puzzles. Man, to each his own. And that's fine. So maybe this game is not going to be for you, but yeah, it's I used to love them as a kid. There've been some decent games on there. Hades, Ninja Turtles, The Good One, Into the Breach, and Dead Cells. Yeah, I honestly, Netflix is doing a really good job for the mobile gaming. And like, honestly, if you have a controller that you can plug into your iPad or whatnot with that, I think you can get something going pretty good. It's really the fact that, like, yeah, they're free on Netflix, and it's Shredder's Revenge is free. Like they said, the Turtles, The Good One, they mean Shredder's Revenge. Infernax is on there. There's a lot of really good games. And I mean, the one thing, and look, I'm all for free games, and I love free games. The one thing is I just hope it doesn't cut into, like, I don't want all gaming companies to become Netflixed. You know what I mean? Like, you know how, like, I love Netflix, I love Netflix shows, but I'm not sure for gaming it's going to be a good thing if all games become Netflix. You know what I mean? Where they develop games quickly on a release schedule so that every month Netflix has new games to give and blah blah blah. Just because it's gonna be sort of like a Game Pass situation. Yeah, I know that's where Xbox is headed, and I mean, I have at the base, I think eventually we might get there with all the systems, but you know, I still feel that subscription services are fun, but the problem with them too is that it forces you to have a lot of them. And where I'm scared this is going is, I'll give you an example. Let's say you have the Xbox subscription service, the PlayStation subscription service, and the Nintendo subscription service. I think it's going to propagate having more exclusive games where you'll have to have all three services if you want to be able to play any game on release. Like, I do think the games are going to go from one to the other eventually. But I do think that the problem with that is that it'll be like currently with Netflix, where if you want to watch like all the good shows, you need to have Netflix, you need to have Disney Plus, you need to have Prime. And when you look at how much you're paying in the end, you're like, dang, I'm paying like $70 a month of like subscription services. You know what I mean? And that's where we're going. And the problem is that subscription services want those exclusives because they want you to get their subscription service and not another subscription service. So my fear with that is it's going to become like currently with Netflix, where we're going to have too many subscription services. Yes, it does have Chester Cheetah on it. He's down here. But yes, he does. Yes, I do. I love Chester Cheetah. I actually want to get the figurine. Yeah, and like I prefer like selecting the games I want to pay for and paying for them than having to subscribe to a service, getting all these games, but having time to play 2 or 3. At the same time, from a reviewer perspective, it's going to be better for me. But I'm looking at it from a consumer perspective because, you know, think about it this way. Currently, I'm like, if we forget about review codes, if all the games I would want to review, it would actually be cheaper for me to pay like $80 of subscription services and have all of them and be able to review any game I want. So for a reviewer, it's actually easier. But I think from the consumer standpoint, it's going to be worse than being able to select the games you want, especially if you're a person like probably a lot of people that follow my channel, that you wait for deals and you pick up games when they're $5, when they're $3, when they're $2, and then you can play them forever. You know, and what happens with the subscription services when games start rotating out? So let's say you haven't had time to get around to Streets of Rage 4 and it rotates out of your subscription service. God dang, now you've got to get the other subscription service because Streets of Rage 4 isn't in that subscription service anymore. Because believe you me, that if we go down the only subscription service road, you'll see games will start rotating out where they won't be available anymore. Anyway, that's enough ranting about that. Let's get back to the game, but it's food for thought. Like, there are good things with subscription services and there are really bad things with subscription services. And I'm the kind of person that if I want to play Streets of Rage 4 and right now it's not on a service, I don't want to be not able to play it. Like, I got a kick this week. I really wanted to replay Streets of Rage 4, and I've been playing a shit ton of it all week, you know, in my time off. And anyway, I think you guys got the gist of it. Let's move on because I'm going to start ranting. Oh, child, take this key and get out of this dang town already. This is too much for my stubborn old heart. I thought you were coming with me to open the gate. I was, but I'd be a right mess. So get going, you rascallion. The wilderness waits for no woman. Nice. Let's get the heck out of here. Hello. Did I not pick up? Did I not use the key? Did I not pick up the key? Okay, hold on. Before I panic, I'm gonna go make sure I picked up the key. I thought it was automatic, but maybe it wasn't. Ah! How do I pick? Oh my god, I've got to get the key to the door. Okay, there we go. Your dog's name is Chester, so you love Chester the Cheetah too. I love that name. That's an awesome name for a dog. Find your way to the exit chamber. Why is there a random sword here? We need something to put on that. La la la. Why is the sword not going that way? Why did I pop out the top, but the sword didn't? That's a little weird-ish. Got one. I feel like we're gonna have to bring this foot all the way down there. So I don't see any other feet here, do I? Wait, when we hit that foot, does it open up the other panel? It doesn't... It doesn't close that other panel, does it? No, it doesn't. Maybe we can get the sword down there? Okay, how do I get that? How do I get the foot past that angle? Because I don't feel like it's really... Oh, wait. No. That. Ugh. It's because I have to be able to get the foot there while I'm here, which doesn't seem like instantly like that when I'm looking at it. It doesn't really seem possible. Oh, wait. I just put the sword on this? I can. But not like that. Ah! This. Now I get the foot out. Oof, okay, got it. Woohoo! Yeah, there was a foot on the other side. I just couldn't get to it but you just had to swap the sword with the sword with the foot on the paneling. Most likely, let's close this here. Okay, got it. Oof. Sorry about that, guys. Had to focus there for a minute, so I was a little bit quiet. Ooh, but now how do I get off this without messing one of them up? There, like that. Oof. Yeah, exactly. Big brain mode for a second. But seriously, if you guys... Okay, I'm loving this game. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm like already... I know I'm gonna be addicted for the next like couple of days till I finish it. I'm still gonna give the warning. If you don't like puzzles, I do think this one is gonna become frustrating quickly. But the good news is that if you don't mind if you get stuck, you can always check solutions online. You know what I mean? Like, the advantage with puzzle games above like action games or Souls-likes or things like that is that you can always check. Like, if you get really stuck at one point, like, you know what I mean? To me, it's better off cheating a bit than not playing a game because you're scared of cheating. That makes any sense at all. Ah! I'm locked. Oh, I feel like I made this more complicated than I needed to. I feel like I messed it up. Like, I feel like I had the solution, and I just misplaced the sword, and now I'm, like, sort of stuck with it in a bad place. Like, there's no way to me to move here. This is driving me nuts. Hold on. I made it worse. Is there like a reset the puzzle type option? Okay, we're better off messing up that one. Champ Dancer, hello Juan, good nuts. Hey, hello, how you doing, my man? Well, welcome tonight. Thanks for being a 24-month supporter of the channel. Very much appreciated, my friend. Okay, we're gonna get this one. Give me just a sec here to figure out how. Oh, I think maybe we can get this. Like, I need to move this one down while having the sword on the other side. See, it's the sword that messes up here. I need to have the sword. Like, I need to be somewhere down there. No. Stop mess. No, the sword has to be on another row. Finally! Oh my god. Finally, but it's on the wrong... Oof! Oof! Still loving the game, guys. This is what makes puzzle games rewarding, is having to work for it. I bet I have to do something with these bells. I bet you do. Find a replacement for the broken bell. It's a shameful thing, Miss Gemma. Miss Gemma. Yonder fiends are hassling that poor cat, and there's naught we can do about for her. Heck yeah, we can save the cat. Oh no, Pawtucket. I bet I can help. Well, something sharp might do the trick. Are these things sharp, you think? We'll find out in a sec. I guess that didn't work. Wasn't there a sword over here? I said, why is there a sword somewhere? I saw a sword somewhere and I was like, why is there a sword here? Whoops. No, not in here. Did I solve the... I hope you're not falling asleep too often while I stream. I mean, I guess if you're using it to fall asleep because it's relaxing, then it can be positive. But if not... Just joking around, but we saw a sword somewhere. Where did we see a sword? Oh, this guy wants to talk. But the gaze mechanism is in views. I love to help you, but I'm keeping that out. But... like, we need something sharp. You guys see anything else sharp? Or was it in here, maybe? Oh, we have to get a sword out of the basement? Are you freaking kidding me? I have to get a sword all the way out of the basement? Because there's no way you can do you can pop the sword up through that angle. There's no way to do it. Hey, Tegade, how you doing, my man? Welcome. And thank you so much for the $1.99 donation. Very appreciated, my friend. Okay, so I guess, I don't know, we have to find a sword that is... I'm guessing that one down there is not the one we're gonna bring out. Like, theoretic... No, this one can't make it either. Like, you can't make it down right angles. Oof. Yeah, sorry, the notifications for some reason are super late, but thank you to Gade. Guess that's not the one we have to bring with us. Is this one possible? I don't see how it could be. Oh, I'm a little dumb, aren't I? Yeah, I'm very dumb. I'm like trying to get it complicated when actually I can just pop it out here, can't I? Oh my god. I made it so hard when it was actually so easy. There we go. Woof. Ho ho ho. We saved Pawtucket the cat. Woohoo! Kitty cat is safe. How do I have it mostly figured out? I think I get it. I think they just have to be on the same row. Find a replacement for the broken bell. Oh, is the cat the replacement for the broken bell? Wait. Yeah. I think maybe the cat is the answer here. Oh, yes, because the cat has a stupid bell around his neck. Cat is the answer. Yes, come along, kitty cat. No, I didn't want to do that like that. Have to bring her up like this. Whew. Big brain time. Now we have to get them all together. Because they all have to 3-ring at once. But how am I supposed to get this around the right angle? Because we have to manage to ring them all 3 at once, right? Like, that seems like the most logical thing. So I have to get them all to the same place. But, like I said, there's like... Quickly like that, there doesn't seem to be a way to get around right angles. Like, with the way the puzzle is built. And all of these have a right angled corner, like... Basically, to get around the corner, you need it to be too thick. Like, 2 squares thick. Oh. Wait. Wait. There we go. Woo! By the way, I saw the Deadpool Wolverine yesterday. If you're going in as a comic book fan, if you love the other 2 Deadpool movies, no joke, guys, I'm rating it a 10 out of 10. Like, as a comic book team-up movie, I don't really think... Well, obviously, you could always do something different or maybe just as good, but it hit everything I was expecting for a team-up comic book. And I just want to tell you, like, place yourselves in the mind of team-up comic books. Team-up comic books never have the best storylines. It's just the fun of seeing your 2 favorite heroes together, like, kicking the shit out of everyone and kicking the shit out of each other. Because, you know, obviously, I don't think it's a surprise, but, you know, because you see it in the trailers, they obviously don't get along right off the bat. And it is pure like a buddy cop movie with superheroes. And I'm going to tell you from the intro scene, no spoilers, okay? Promise, no spoilers. We're just talking in generals. But the intro scene of the movie sets the tone right away. Like, within the first 5 minutes of the movie, there is an intro scene that sets the tone of the movie, and that is the tone of the movie for the whole time. And rarely have I seen a movie set the tone so early and manage to keep it all along. All along. Like, there's maybe a small portion of the movie in the middle where it like, there's a little bit of a down turn for like maybe 20 minutes, but after that, it kicks it into high gear for the ending. Oh my god, it is amazing. Like, I want to go see it a second time. Okay, of course, if you're going in there as a movie critic that's looking for like a great storyline, that's not it. This is about having fun with the two heroes, and they do it. And oh my god, Wolverine saves the best to last. Like, if you love Wolverine's original costume, trust me, there's a last minute payoff. Like, there's a payoff like towards the end of the movie where you're like, yeah, finally. And yeah, but be careful. It is rated R for a good reason. Very violent, a lot of swearing, a lot of bad language, a lot of like crazy stuff. Which for adults, no problem. I brought my youngest daughter as well because she loves Deadpool, and I guess I'm a bad dad, but I like, as long as I'm with her, it doesn't matter. And it's not like, it's not like overtly sexual stuff. I knew it wasn't going to be overtly sexual stuff in the movie, like, like sex scenes and stuff. But so for that, I didn't mind. I brought her and she liked it. But be careful if you are going with younger kids. It's not theoretically a young kid movie unless your kid is sort of used to it. But she loved like Deadpool 1 and 2. I let her watch Deadpool 1 and 2. I would just say that this one, the blood is even higher up. The humor is the same, but the blood is even higher than the other two movies. Like there's a lot of like goriness, and she hit her face a few times where like, but the overallness was still very good. But yeah, do be warned though. Like maybe if you're more like the kind of person that's like that don't want their kid exposed to like bad language and stuff, whatever. You know, and that's perfectly fine. And I say I'm a bad dad. I think I'm a really good dad, but like I wouldn't let her watch that movie without me being beside her. You know what I mean? And obviously she knows that language is not supposed to be used. It's funny coming from Deadpool, but it's not funny if she would start. Mr. Nimbus. Hey, it's the one that got lost. Who's that? Mr. Nimbus? Is that you? Germa? No, it's Gemma. That's right, it's me, Gemma. Are you okay? When did you come back? Back. He's been stuck here, man. He couldn't solve the puzzles. This dude's been stuck here forever. I don't worry, champ. That's right. I know. I'm just saying, like, I think she was one of the youngest people in the theater yesterday when we went to see the premiere of the movie, and it was fine though. And I'm the kind of dad, like, when I was a kid, I watched like Terminator when I was like 7. I watched like Predator when I was like 7. I watched Aliens when I was a like super young. He's a bad dude, but not a bad dad. Exactly. I'm always a bad dude, man. I'm one bad mother effer. But so, I grew up like in the mindset that if your parents are there to explain to you the movie and it's for entertainment, it's like not an issue. Like that I grew up like that, so I do the same thing with my kids. I should really get going, Mr. Nimbus, but you should head back into town if you're not leaving. You might even find some cool new stuff in your old place. Hold, Germa, careful. Thanks, Mr. Nimbus. Take care of yourself. I hope we get like a boss fight or something. I'd really like to see like how they do this. Is that on cue? Do we get a boss fight? I think we're getting a boss fight, boys. Okay, so we got the eye out. I think I have to pierce the eye with the swords, don't I? That's what we do have to do. Okay, nice. I wish I could just smack it. Oh shit. Dang. Like I basically have to curl it up, but where it's not, but I have to curl it up not around a square. So same thing. But not around a square. Maybe if I do this, then I can go here-ish. This. Upwards. Out. Oh my god, I have to make a twist like... Boom. Okay, got two. Oof, where can I get him to curl up this long? Oh, unless this time there's enough to go around the square. Can't do it there. Ugh. Woo! Got it! I was wondering how they were going to do a boss fight in this thing, but... Okay, it actually was pretty freaking interesting. Pretty freaking interesting. I saw Perfect Storm when I was 7. Yeah, I mean, to me, as long as your parents were there to explain to you the movies, it's not like something that was bad. And like I said, I watched Terminator and Predator, but I watched that with my dad. Like, my dad would rent the movie and he wanted to watch it. And he's like, you want to watch it? And I'm like, yeah, why not? And, I loved, like, Arnold. Like, that's why I became such a huge Arnold fan, because I was like, oh my God, this guy's freaking awesome. I watched Conan the Barbarian when I was a kid too. But yeah, so my childhood was filled with horror movies. I had to wake up my sister when I went to pee in the middle of the night, but for the most part, I came out okay, except for uncontrollable tics. Yeah, I guess we're all a little effed up too. You know what I mean? But would you have been effed up anyway without the movies? I'm pretty sure, yeah. I swear I was Teddy freaking Ruxpin used to move in the dark. That's what I mean. I was scared more of like freaking normal, like, like I hated, what was it? My grandparents had like these dolls in one of their rooms, and I used to stay with my grandparents a lot, and they had like these German dolls, and they used to scare the crap out of me. I used to throw like a towel or a sheet over them when I slept in their room. You took Teddy's eyes out for looking at you funny. Teach him a lesson, man. um, Family vacation movie. My mom was trying to constantly cover my eyes. Yeah, my wife does that too sometimes. Like when there's like a sex scene or something, she like goes fast through movies. Because sometimes we watch a movie and we don't quite know, especially when with Netflix and Prime, it's sometimes hard to tell. I love these little cutscenes too. There, yeah, the artwork's pretty nice. What did you do? This was our stronghold, our protection from the wilderness. I didn't mean to. The static, it attacked me. An attack here? Well, no one informed me, Mr. Mayor. Oh, Posh. You're Mr. Mayor of nothing. Tell us what happened. I found Nimbus here. It seems like he never left, and he was covered in static. And when I tried to leave, the static, it tried to stop me. I was talking to Nimbus. What happened here, you old so-and-so? Static, Germa, thanks. Well, that was a pail of nonsense. The static did this to him, and it was inside the town already. The hold protects us from the static. Everyone knows that. You must have angered it somehow, and now you've cast a pox upon this town. We can't be rid of you soon enough. Hey now, caretaker, let's be civil. No, she's right, I don't belong here, and I was on my way out already. Well, I'll be sad to lose your vote. Yes, we're all inconsolable, I'm sure. Now, move along so I can magic up this damage. They sort of really don't give a crap about you, eh? Like they adopted you as a kid, you were left on the porch like all alone, and all these people are like, get the F out of here, except like 2 people. I'm sorry, Gemma. You deserve better than this, and I know you'll find it. Thanks, Robbie. Goodbye, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry. So F you guys. I'm getting the hell out of here. Now, game looks really good. If you're into the puzzle genre, I think this is really good, and it's fun to have them integrate a storyline, because that's maybe the only problem with a puzzle game is that some puzzle games it's just like a puzzle, then another puzzle, then another puzzle. This one tied in like an RPG storyline at least sort of gives you a motivation to keep going. Hey, this feels like the place we started out at. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is like the place we started out at. The puzzles are like the same. Whoops. Little mistake there. I love the vista, the artwork in the background too. And look, there's like a person walking there. That's showing up as we're like moving through the map. It's actually pretty nice. I'm really loving the artwork here. Seriously, it's the mix of like, you know, like the background is really well used. Squirrel. What? Chirp? Hey, come here, bro. Oh, he's moving away. Oops. What I want to do, I want to do this. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what that, like the doorway is like locked. Like there's like mini puzzles here for just moving around. What about down here? Wait, there's a door here. So explore the wilderness. Well, that looks totally normal. Moving on. So it's actually pretty fun because I'm not sure if you guys saw, but even like these normal little movements, there were like mini puzzles everywhere. Like you would get blocked because you have to move some bushes out of the way, stuff like that. Not anything major like the other puzzles we saw where it would stop you and make you like, well, depending if maybe you don't see the solution, maybe it could have stopped you and you would have had to take time to think about it. But you know, they were like quick little puzzles just to keep your mind active and always thinking. Oh, child, you're right on time. Am I now? Wow. Who are you? Are you magic? I don't believe so. But then what is belief? But a dragonfly suspended on the wind. Okay. You definitely sound magic. Well, I'm very old. Perhaps age imparts an air of the unknown. Wait, you said I was right on time. For what? Oh yes, thank you. My muses are due for their weekly haircut and portrait, but they're being a mite wild. Inspiration is fickle, as one might imagine. I was hoping you might give them a trim for me and wrangle them back here. I'm happy to help, but don't you want to know where I'm from? I'm perhaps more interested in where you're going, but there will be plenty of time for that over tea. For now, take my scissors and have at my beasties. Okay. I'll do my best, Magic Man. How am I supposed to get these? So the time I have is actually movement based. It's when I move, it starts growing back. can't pull them down though. Wait, I think... There we go, one. Okay. Now I got it. So it is movement based, so we have to basically find the solution every time to shearing them without using more than a certain number of moves, if you will. So that is definitely not it. Ah, dang. I think I could have had it that time. Yeah, there. Number 2. Got it. Whew. That was the limit, though. Okay, when you shear a new part, it resets the timer. It resets the timer. I just want to be on the other side of the scissors. Can I not be on the other side of the scissors? There we go. Whew. And there we go. Whew. We trimmed the old man's muses. Well done. Don't you look all debonair, my beautiful animals, one and all? Yeah, I wouldn't say they look beautiful, but okay. Am I getting true, but when it does Resident Evil games, so don't mix it. Are you guys talking about the VR? Let me just see here. Are you talking about the VR? Might and Magic Clash of Heroes? I might give it a try. I've been actually looking at a couple of horror games on Switch that I haven't played. Tormented Souls came out a while back, has some decent reviews. I want to try that one. I don't know if it's actually horror or a Souls-like, but I want to give it a try. You hush now, Wilson. Would you be so kind as to arrange these handsome boys for a portrait? Oh my god, now I have to get them in their pen? Little demanding old dude. Behold! Wow, it's so lifelike. These sweet boys keep me sane. It's the least I can do to thank them. But let's head inside for some tea. Wilson gets a bit sassy around this time of day. Thank you for your help, child. How did you know I'd come along? I didn't, but I've managed all these years. I'd have figured it out. This is really a nice place you've got here, mister. Shrub, if you like. Mr. Shrub, I'm Gemma. Nice to meet you. Just Shrub. This isn't a formal place, Gemma, unless you'd like it to be. I'm just excited to be anywhere else. This is my first time outside of town. I guess I'm a little anxious too. I'm not really sure how I should feel. You may leave your anxieties here if you like. The wilderness is a good place for that. So you just hang out and paint here? That sounds really nice. You and Wally would get along. I'd like to meet this Wally, but tell me more about your journey, Gemma. Where are you headed? I'm not really sure. I never quite fit in back home, so maybe there's somewhere I would fit. And what does that mean to you, to fit in? Give me just a sec, guys. So freaking weird. This number keeps calling me like it's keeps calling me. It's like the third time in 2 days, and it's like a butt dial every time, and I have no idea who it is. The number's like not in my you know, like in my contacts, and it's local here. Like it's local here around where I live. The number itself. But anyway, whatever. Okay, so, sorry, getting back to it. Just somewhere I can be myself and feel less alone. Don't you get lonely here? Sometimes, but it's hard to feel lonely when you're at peace with yourself. Though these roads are less traveled than they used to be. Yeah, so, like, I could hear people talking around, so I was like, hello, trying to talk loud enough for someone to hear me, because I'm like, dude, if you're calling me by mistake, like, just freaking... I do have scam protection on the phone. Don't worry. Like, I have it. To me, it's really just a butt dial. So, it's... Because, like I said, I hear people talking around, and it doesn't sound like a call center. It just sounds like normal talking. Anyway. These roads are less traveled than they used to be. Actually, here it's almost 9 p.m. where I'm at. So, it's like... That's why it's like a personal number call. Anyway. We weren't always so divided, locked away behind our walls of our own making, so sure in our mistrust, so determined in our fear. We've changed, and the lands have changed too. Is that what all the purple static junk is about? It's possible. But then there are just these ramblings of a man past his time. You should find out for yourself. If you keep an open mind and a kind heart, there's still magic to be found of a sort. I knew you were magic. May I show you something, child? Oh, it's like inspired by the drawing we have? Whoa, that's the symbol on my jacket. Yes, it looked familiar. What does it mean to you? Not much, sadly, but it was with me when they found me as a baby. How do you know it? I can say that I remember painting it, but it appears to be part of my resistance movement. I was staying near Meriton at the time. Out on the lake. Have you been there? I haven't been anywhere, mister. Shrub. Mr. Shrub. Just Shrub. I can hear, like, the annoyed tone, you know what I mean? Well, Meriton might be a worthwhile destination for you, Gemma. It's been many years since I've been there, but I remember them as vibrant, open people. Sound just like my type. How do I get there? I can show you the path, but you have to walk it. Ooh, so mystical. That wasn't a figure of speech. I'm just not great at walking paths these days. Bad knees. Oh well, lead the way or show me the way and I'll bring you along. Marvelous. Just head back down the path and then north up the hill. Oops, one too far. Oh, there we go. So that's what that was about. Some homespun security measures. I can get a little woolly in the wilderness. Let's head up. Woo, we made it. A fine dragging that. Have a look around. I need a moment to catch my breath. Take in the view. Holy moly. So this is what I've been missing. So we can see like to the west, there's like a greenish land with like a tower at the end. Eastward, there seems to be like more like desert land with like a factory or something at the top. And in the middle, it just seems like some kind of like weird, like, you know, futuristic engine type thing connected, like puffing out smoke into the sky. And hold, there's a lot more imposing from here. So how much you guys want to bet we're going to have to visit the 3 different areas? What did I talk to Shrub? Not bad, eh? It's beautiful. I didn't know there was a whole world just waiting out there. I mean, I did, but not really, you know? I do. It's hard to imagine surrounding beyond our present. And wow, seeing the hold from here is pretty intense. Okay, so we were from the hold. We were from like that big like engine type thing. Keeping all that static contained, I guess I'm gonna kind of glad it's there. You know, it's been too long since I've made this trek. What a boon to be in Hervet's embrace once more. Hervet? The space in which we stand. It may look empty now, but it's meant many things to many people in ages past. What does it mean to you? Simply a place to stretch my legs and admire the view. But its time will come again. Definitely some good vibes up here. I'd love to stick around and learn more, but I do want to check out Meriton. Ah yes, you must have seen the lake across the valley. That's your destination. Head down the path behind me and follow the river all the way. Thanks, Mr. Shrub. Just Shrub. I knew that was coming. Come on. It's really nice to meet someone new, Shrub, and you've shown me so much. Will you be okay getting home without me? Oh, certainly. I'll dodder on down eventually. A little tuck and roll never hurt anyone. But first, I'm going to enjoy the sunshine a mite longer. Hey, we're about to end the game session for this one tonight, but we will. Before we go, I do want to show you guys the other game I was debating playing tonight. I'm still super glad we chose this one because I think gameplay-wise, this one answers way more questions than the other one. But I still want to show you the other one because I am most likely going to try and review it as well for next week because it looks super fun as well. It's just way more classic gameplay type, so that's why I chose to do this one instead, because in my opinion, this one is going to answer a lot more questions for people on like how is the gameplay, you know what I mean? It's weird that we can't see like parts of the map here. Oh, I get it. We need to bring the stupid beetles. The beetles light it up. I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb. There's like literally no way to get this guy past there. That means we most likely have to go this way. Oh, okay, we made it out. Woo! Afternoon, my young chicken. Did you wander off from your flock? I'm not a chicken. Oh, my... Let me just... Ah, yes. So you aren't. My apologies, Gemma. My glasses were askew. How do you know my name? I know everyone's name. I'm Mr. Help. Mr. Help? Mr. Help. Well, that seems nice. Are you here to help? Usually, yes. But not today? Fresh out, I'm afraid. You ran out of help. Terrible timing, I know. But what if I need help? The music's actually really good too. Hey, good night, squirrel. Have some good Chinese food. Glad. Thanks for stopping by. Recharge, but I have so many questions. And away I go. We're gonna finish this one last little section here. Gemma. Shh. Whatever, sure, tree, dots. You hear it? The very heart of the woods in all its slimy, unfettered glory. Pulsing with protozoa, teeming with new life. Or at least it would be if these beasts weren't so damn shy. What do you mean? Romance is in the air, my dear, but some of these critters are too bashful to make the first move. So you're just waiting and watching? My job is to observe and document, never to interfere. But you can interfere all you like. It seems a little rude. Trust me, they'd thank you if they could. You're just helping them get past their nerves. Just pair up any critters you see, the woods will thank you for it. Harsh. Okay, I'm not sure what critters this dude is talking about, but sure. Now, I know there's like a mouth down there, so we're gonna actually try to go there. Like, these things are weird because they bring you there. Let's go see here. Can we save anywhere? Oh yeah, we can save and quit. Okay, I think we're going to save here, guys. Because I think we got a gist of what the game's going to be like. We're most likely going to adventure to other sections, see more puzzles. 2 hours of gameplay for this one is pretty good. And what I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to most likely finish it tonight and tomorrow, and then come out with a review as soon as possible. So I'm gonna be working that over the next couple of days. Now, as I said, I did want to show you guys what the other game I was looking at though. However, now I did download SVC Chaos SNK versus Capcom, but honestly, not my kind of fighting game. Like, it's retro styled, but it feels very stiff compared to like even like Street Fighter Alpha. Like if I compare it to like other ones available, so I'm like, I didn't want to dedicate a lot of time to getting good at it. I know it sounds weird, but I'm like, do I really want to dedicate a lot of time? Hold on, guys. I just need to log into the eShop. So just turning off the camera for the gameplay for a while. But as I was saying, yeah. So basically, I'm like, did I want to really invest a lot of time in becoming good at a game I'm most likely not gonna play at all, really long term? And it's not that the game is bad. I just think it's gonna appeal to really old school SNK fans. I just think there's better, even if you are into that, there are better SNK games currently on the Switch than that one. Maybe not with rollback netcode though. That's the one thing. That's why I think that a lot of people are excited for that one, is because you get the SNK fighting system, but with rollback netcode. And the other releases are really good in first player and local co-op, but not so much in online like rollback. So I've just got to say the rollback is super good. I tried it online and whatnot. But yeah, when Marvel versus Capcom 2 comes out, that though, guys, I guarantee you we are going to be playing it. That is no questions asked. And even SVC Chaos, like if I would have gotten into it more this week, like I played about 2-3 hours of it. And it's not that I'm bad at it, but I'm like, I'm not mastering the systems in it and whatnot, so it would be just like a very boring stream in my opinion. Like I'd probably win like 50% of the matches or something like that. Like it'd be like a 50-50 type scenario. Um so yeah. The other game I was looking at trying for tonight, because it looks super interesting. Where is it? Where is it? It is here, Abathor. Abathor looks really fun, but it's more like a traditional 2D action platformer. There's actually a demo. I'm actually going to download the demo as we're waiting, but it's a 2D action platformer. The only thing is you can play in up to 4-player co-op. So that's where it really is different, and it has visuals that remind me a lot of Golden Axe, but in a 2D, like a pure 2D format. And the trailer, everything looked very, very interesting. However, I do think that it was the right call to play the other game tonight, because this one, nonetheless, it's going to be traditional gameplay. If they did it well, it's going to be good. However, I do think a Ranger was a game you had to see to understand. You know what I mean? There's some games you can sort of get an idea of what they're going to play like by a description and by visuals. But a Ranger, if you don't see gameplay of it, you don't quite understand how it's going to work. Like even myself, when they said like a puzzle mixed with RPG, I was like, what? Like, how is it going to work? And I'm really glad we got through a whole cycle where like we did a little bit of, moving through the town, we did a dungeon, and we did a boss. Because like want to or not, that was a dungeon. Like, it was maybe a dungeon with only like 3 or 4 major puzzles, but in my opinion, it'll be a repetition of that for most of the game. I will play through it to make sure, and obviously in the review I'll be talking if it's different. But in my opinion, that's what it's going to be like. It's going to be like dungeon crawling, but in a puzzle format. You're going to get a boss, move on to the next area. Most likely, we're going to have like a good like. I'm hoping at least 3 or 4 areas of this length, which would give us like what, about 8 hours of gameplay. I'm guessing somewhere around 4 or 5, because I don't think it's going to be like a 25-hour game. But anyway, this is the other one I was looking for. Maybe if I have a little extra time this week, we're gonna stream it. However, now, fingers crossed. Monday night we might start the sort of podcast format that I talked about last week. where we're going to talk about games, everything that happened with Nintendo for the last week. And I'm always also going to try to reserve a time to react to the trailers of the upcoming games. So, like, if it works, it will be Monday night it'll start between 10 and 11 p.m. Eastern time. Okay, you guys can always watch it the next day if that's too late for you. But basically, the way I see the show running for that is the first half we're gonna go over the news for Nintendo. However, and if there's a lot of news, it might take up the whole show. But I'll always try to reserve at least a good like 20 to 25 minutes towards the end where I will look at the upcoming games of the week and will react to the trailers that like the games that look good. We'll play the trailers and we'll react to them live to see is it something that looks good or not. And obviously I'll be taking questions through the chat. So if you guys have questions about anything like Nintendo that's happening or whatnot, you want my take on stuff, it'll be a perfect time to do that. Um, Hopefully it's going to start Monday. Now, I am looking, however, for a name for the podcast because I would like to name it something that lets you know it's about Nintendo but doesn't have the word Nintendo in it. And no, I don't want Nintendo because that's someone else's. But I was thinking of like my personal right now, my top like idea for the name for it is the Warp Zone. So it would be like the Warp Zone podcast or the Monday Night Warp Zone, where I do think that anyone who knows Nintendo will know that Warp Zone has to do with Nintendo. But at the same time, I don't want to exclude that if we want to cover something that isn't directly Nintendo, we could. The Maple the I do want to. I would like to add Maple to it, but at the same time, I want to make sure that people who do not know the main channel still know it's about Nintendo. You know what I mean? And if I might put like the MSGT Warp Zone podcast or something like that. And it's not. I love Maple Syrup Gaming and Tech as a name for the main channel. But for the podcast, I want to make sure that even people who don't follow necessarily the deals and the other stuff still know it's about, it's like a gaming podcast show, whatnot. I, it's because I thought it feels like gamery. But if anyone comes up with just wear your swag to do a silent shout out. Yeah, I might try, but honestly um I'm looking at remaking some of the Maple Syrup Gaming and Tech clothing, but it's a little complicated in the sense that because I find it's way too expensive. Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. I looked at like just to let you know, I'm taking very little like I'll give you an example. Like a shirt is like I'm making like $3 on the price of the shirt, $4 on the price of a shirt. But all the companies that basically produce the shirts, their prices are going insane. I can't find one like that where it's easy linked with YouTube and that you can buy the stuff and the prices I find are decent. Because like a coffee mug, I think the coffee mug is like $13. I'm like $13 for a Maple Syrup Gaming and Tech coffee mug feels too expensive. Like I'd love it if you guys want to support the channel, but to me, and the company's making too much money off of it. You know what I mean? Like it's expensive because they are making a lot off of it. And it's not about me making more money. It's about giving you something that's good value. So I'm trying to look in making the shirts myself uh, where I can still make only like $3-4 on it, but at least a shirt instead of costing you $25 for a t-shirt, it's going to cost you like $15 for a t-shirt. You know what I mean? Because I get them made myself as a batch. The only problem with that is I need a website if I do that, and well, it's like complicated. But like I know the merch is very expensive right now, and the problem is that if I look through the other companies that do the same thing, And to get discounts, it has to be the discounts happen when you start moving volume, which sort of sucks for a smaller channel that just, like mine, because like unless someone buy, like unless I sell like 500 shirts, the prices don't go down. So it was like, yeah. But yeah, so I'm looking into other options because I'd like to get some decent merch, but I want it at fair prices because I find, like I'm I'm still leaving the shop that's up there now there because it's been there since the beginning, but I feel bad directing people to it because I'm like, oh my god, it's way too expensive. And just to let you know, I know it sounds bad for them, but I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, I myself buying a T-shirt for $25, like I find it's a lot, especially when it's like a simple T-shirt with the MSGT logo and whatnot. But anyway, I would eventually look at making a run of my own stuff if a lot of people are interested, and you know, I just would have to find a way to, like I said, like sell it in a decent way where anyway, I'm working on it. Logistics are going to take a while, but I've been thinking about it for a while now. I've just had my focus on other stuff, like getting like a podcast format type thing out where we can talk a little more, talk a little bit more news, um, until I can put more time in, like full-time time into the channel. You know what I mean? Because right now, part-time, I think that's going to be the best way where I can talk about all the news because I don't have time, like, for example, RGT85, when something drops, to drop everything, make a video about it, and have it out in an hour or two. And, me, it takes me like a day to make that video. And by the time I put the video out, well, 25 other channels are already talking about it because they're full-time YouTubers. I was at work. I had to wait to get home. I had to wait to record the video, edit it, put it out. So we're like the next day by then. But anyway, that hopefully it's going to be something. I am going to try strongly to start it this week. If it does not start this week, it'll be next week. So it's either this week or next week. And like I said, once it's started, it's going to be a weekly thing. So we're most likely now, I've been talking about it for a while, but we're most likely now going to have 2 streams a week, Mondays, but late, and Fridays. And eventually, I see you, Wild One. Yes, we could eventually have guests on the show. Um, I don't know if it's going to be viewer guests or other guests, but I would like to have guests on the show. Um, but that's something that's gonna, I want to get the show started, get a format started, get a flow started, see what I like to do with it first, because I think there's going to be some fine tuning in the beginning, and once I think I've got it rolling, then I will start looking maybe to have from time to time guests. But I don't want it to be one of those podcasts where every show has to have a guest. It's just going to be like from time to time, cool, we've got a developer coming in, we're going to be talking about game development, blah blah blah. Another date could be like someone in PR for a game company that wants to give us the scoop on some games, and stuff like that. I understand, champ, and I'm sorry. I, I'm sorry if it doesn't link up with everyone's schedule. But just to let you guys know, you can always watch it the next day. And I know it's a little boring because you won't have the ability to interact with the chat and stuff. But hopefully, nonetheless, it'll you'll have some fun watching it the next day as well. And if you can tune in before the end, that would be great. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for showing up tonight. I had a ton of fun playing through the game. A Ranger is feeling like one of those really, really top-notch games. Like if you're into the puzzle genre, I can see this one heading towards a very, very strong score. I just need to get through the rest of the game to make sure that it keeps up. But if it keeps up the same, I just hope it adds in maybe a few new mechanics, because if it doesn't add in new mechanics, it could become a little stale. But hopefully it will, and I will get back to you on that. Thank you all for showing up tonight. Thank you for everyone who participated in the chat. Even if you didn't chat, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button before you leave. And as usual, I hope I'll see all of you in my next video. See you guys. Have a great weekend.